Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode on these Thursdays. I'm your host, Dr. Jazz. Happy New Year. And if you are new here, thank you for joining. This podcast is all about talking about our God-given talents and sharing different miracles that we have witnessed in the healthcare field. So I'm the host, Dr. Jazz, physical therapist. And right now, y'all, the sun is sunning and it is the best natural filter. Oh my gosh, let's get to it. But thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. 2026 is going to be a great year. We are not settling for anything less than. So I'm excited to see all of the blessings that God is going to grant us and the obedience that we are going to obtain and sustain. All right, now. So let's go ahead and get into our scripture. So story time, right? Um, I have just been so blessed, y'all, like with just having amazing patients and really using physical therapy as one of my ministries. So, one of my patient's daughters, she granted me this, gifted me this devotional called Jesus. I don't know if you can see it, Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence. And this is by Sarah Young. So, today, is January 8th, and I just wanted to read the devotional. It's short, it's sweet, and I'm loving it so far. So it says, softly I announce my presence, shimmering hues of radiance, tap gently at your consciousness, seek an entrance. Though I have all power in heaven and on earth, I am infinitely tender with you. The weaker you are, the more gentle I approach you. Let your weakness be a door to my presence. Whenever you feel inadequate, remember that I am your ever present help. Hope in me, and you will be protected from depression and self pity. Hope is like a golden cord connecting you to heaven. The more you cling to this cord, the more I bear the weight of your burdens. Thus you are lightened. Heaviness is not of my kingdom. Cling to hope, and my rays of light will reach you through the darkness. And then it has some scriptures listed at the bottom. So Psalm 46:1, Romans 12:12, Romans 15:13. So yes, I'm so thankful for her. That is my girl, y'all. I do want to read the one from Psalms. So Psalms 46:1, God is our refuge and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble. And if you live in the United States, you know that we are facing a lot of trouble and difficulty right now. So I wanted to go ahead and acknowledge that and just emphasize that this platform is all about positivity. We are not talking down on anybody. We are not being ugly and nasty and promoting and rage baiting and clickbaiting and all the stuff that's going on. So yes, we are, yeah, Christ followers of his life, not what people are making up and just being mean. Excuse me, just being mean and like nasty to people. I'm just, I can't. I can't. I don't even really be on social media if it's not for like my podcast or my personal, not personal page, but my physical therapy page, Dr. Jasmine Blocker. Because I can't. We have to really watch what we're consuming and where we're getting our information from and not getting caught up on just tearing people down. Like it is just, oh my gosh, I can't. So I wanted to acknowledge that. And we need to build our hopes on things eternal, the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So today, I'm not going to talk too long today. I actually have to head to work soon. But I did want to talk about a couple things. So just like how I said, my daughter, not my daughter, my client's daughter, she gave me this book. And this devotional. And I just thought that was so sweet. And I'm having so many of those interactions with my patients. Like a couple months ago, one of my patients, he was like, can we do our exercises to worship music? Like, do you mind? And I was like, what? No, go ahead. So he pulled up on his YouTube. I'm gonna say their name wrong. I think it's the Cantinas. The Cantinas. They are a gospel group and absolutely love their music. Now he put me on to them, so now I listen to them all the time. But literally, while we were doing his exercises, he had it on YouTube, and the most like soulful like group ever. And I was like, this is just awesome. So that happened. A couple of days ago, one of my patients, her husband gifted me with a wooden cross. to put in my car. It's something that he handmade. And he was like showing me all the things that he makes. Like he is so talented. So he was like, make sure you put it in your car, you put it over your mirror in your car. And I was like, okay. So sorry guys, the lighting. Now the sun is moving. So I look a little, yeah. Okay, let me get back in the light. But yeah, so he gave me this cross and he's only put it in my car. So I put it in my car. And the day after, I went to work a little on the later side. And when I went downstairs, I saw that this car was like flipped over right in front of my driveway. And my downstairs neighbor, his car was hit because apparently somebody got off work late and they were driving, they fell asleep and they hit some of the parked cars on the side, but my car was not touched. Thank the Lord. Cause I'm like, Lord, I cannot bring the new year in like that. But I was late to work, but I was just like, you know what, God, I am just thankful that, everyone is safe. Nobody was injured. The man that was in the car that flipped over, he walked out the car, like, so yeah, we have to look at things as, everything as a blessing, everything as a blessing, and trying to work on our patients and not get frustrated when things don't go our way. Because I was late to work, and I'm trying not to be late to work in 2026. So I had to call my patient and was like, "Listen, y'all, like I can't leave out my driveway because the tow truck was right in front of the driveway. It was just a lot going on." But when I got to my patient house, I was like, I apologize for being late, but I'm just thankful that nobody was injured. So I was telling them the story. And I recently heard Emmanuel Hudson say this. He was like, now he doesn't even get frustrated when he takes like the wrong exit when he's driving because he was like, it's one or two things. One, God could be protecting us for something, or two, God is telling us we need to pay more attention. So if you missing an exit, what were you doing? Were you distracted? Or, sometimes we miss it because God is just, he's going there before you. He's making sure that you are safe. So I was like, that's a great perspective to look at things. So yeah, so about that. Just yeah, I'm glad that my ministry as well. And y'all, so last year I have to definitely make a separate podcast about everything, but I did want to talk about the American Physical Therapy Association and the Academy of Pediatrics conference. So I was able to go to Colorado Springs and go to the pediatric conference. And it was amazing. It was at the Broadmoor. I've never been there before, but apparently it's like a big resort in Colorado Springs. Absolutely beautiful. The food was amazing. Like the aesthetics, the vibe, it was nice. But Colorado Springs is like way above sea level. I forgot how many feet or whatever is above sea level. So I did get like altitude sickness coming from Hawaii, like that is at sea level or right above sea level. And then I went to Colorado Springs and the resort sold like the little oxygen cans. And I was like, what? Like I needed oxygen. I kept coughing. Like it was like, oh my goodness. Like yeah, it was a lot going on. Um, but nonetheless, I had a wonderful time and I was blessed to win a scholarship. So that's another testimony. So last year I applied for a scholarship. It is through the American Academy of Pediatrics. And I applied last year and I wasn't accepted. And I was like, you know what, that's okay. Like this year I'm gonna apply again and see, I'm just gonna keep applying. It's a part of the new professional scholarship, but it's being put on hold this year because of a bunch of different things that's going on with the administration that we have to change language and all this stuff. So, but I just want to say how important that scholarship was because I got to go and learn from different physical therapists and other healthcare professionals. And I got so much out of that conference. And then that is trickling down to my patients. So one of the first things I got to meet with the representatives from um was it Freedom Concepts? I got to meet with them, Freedom Concepts, which is a popular um, business for adaptive equipment for children with disabilities. And then I also got to meet with the Riften business and representatives as well. And they gifted one of the places I work with, PRN, they gifted us an adaptive trike for our kids with disabilities. And so that was a big point. Number two, I got to meet with the representative from Arwell Pro. So this is an app that you can use virtually to help your patients with exercises. So you all know I do like pediatric physical therapy from home. And so far, my kids have loved the app. Like it's so interactive. It has things like working on yoga, balance, coordination, and it's a really cool app. So I posted it on my Instagram. You guys gotta go check that out. So that's been helping my patients. And there was another big thing. Oh, so I got to meet with the representatives from the Bioness company. So this is a company that helps people who have hemiparesis or paralysis, and mostly for people who have like cerebral palsy or strokes. And it helps them because they can use different braces to get that electrical stimulation so they can move their muscles. So I met with them and virtually I was telling my manager about it, and she met with them virtually as well, just to hear more about their products and how it can help some of my patients that have strokes, that have had strokes and are stroke survivors now. So, two of my patients came in mind because they have left hemiparalysis, and but they can stand, so they really want to walk again, but it's just hard for them because they don't have as much strength on that side. Their muscles are weaker. So the good news is that they are going to get a referral to go to outpatient clinic, and at that clinic, they have physical therapists that are trained in the Bioness products. So I am so excited about that. I actually want to be trained in that as well because from the videos, it just looks like it's really helpful. Unfortunately, all insurances does not cover it, but that's okay because they do have things that can help reduce the cost. And yeah, so my patients are really excited about that. But I just think that that's important because of the scholarship. You know, that's the reason I got to go. And that's the reason why things like, you know, DEI is important and helping people, giving them scholarships, like that's important because now I got to go to that conference. I got to meet with people. I got to network. And it's not even about me, but it's helping so many other people of my patients. So yeah, that's just one example of why it's important. Um, but yeah, y'all, I got to do so much last year. This year, I definitely want to go to more conferences, to network, to just see how we can be better healthcare professionals and how we can, you know, use adaptive equipment to really help our patients meet their goals. So I'm excited because the APTA Hawaii conference is coming up this Sunday. That's going to be amazing. I will be in attendance. And yeah, I'm just the most thing I'm excited about this year is not working as hard, getting rest. Was doing a lot of traveling last year too. I want to continue to travel, but still not as much. Because yeah, it was just a lot going on and my body was exhausted. But yeah, y'all, I'm excited for Testimony Thursdays to get more guests on this podcast and keep on sharing God's love and sharing our testimonies. So, yeah, how we end every episode, we talk about a test that we are currently going through or that we went through that led to a testimony, or that's going to lead to a testimony. So, I would say for me, what is a test that I'm currently going through? For me, I would say, I feel like I said this last year. I am working on being more consistent. So I'm doing this thing. I don't know if people are noticing, but for January, I'm trying to post on my page every single day because I have so much videos in my phone and so much information that I can share that can help people. So I'm trying to post every single day, and that's been helping me. That's been helping me with like my followers, with my engagement, and with selling my book. I'm a self-published author. So I just wanted to, yeah, I want to highlight those things and have people just more engaged and participate. So that's going to lead to a testimony because, okay, so this is where I got the idea from. So I listened to Shannon Sharp's podcast a lot, and I got to listen to the episode with Keith Lee. And he was talking about how a couple years ago he started posting every single day. It was like a new year, and he's posted every single day in January. And at the end of the January, like that's when his content really took off and he blew up. And that's how we know him now with being like a food content person and blessing people. And just the thing, when I listened to that podcast, I was like, I did not know Keith Lee was like about that life. Like he is really out here changing people's lives through Jesus. So yeah, that's where I got the idea from. So I'm excited for what's to come and the testimony and just to have different guests on this podcast. So thank you all for the support, for listening. Y'all really be listening. Thank you so much. And follow us on YouTube at Testimony Thursdays. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram at Testimony Thursdays, and follow me at Dr. Jasmine Blocker on Instagram and TikTok. So I will see you all next week. Be blessed and thank you. Thank you.